Wisconsin called Voltedge, and we specialize in doing branding, marketing, and communications for economic development firms. Believe it or not, there's people out there, I guess, who do everything if you look hard enough. So we came across Jason a year or so ago in our work out here in Iowa, and he asked us to come in and do some work with this region. And so tonight I'm here to present some of the things that we've developed over the last couple weeks in working on pulling together a unified message or theme or positioning for the region, which is kind of the first step to everyone being on the same page and communicating what is really special about this region. Just a little bit about Voltedge. I started the company in 2003. We specialize, as I mentioned, in economic development marketing, and we work for organizations large and small, north and south, east and west. So pretty much we've got a pretty good perspective of what's happening across the country, and most importantly, what's important from the aspect of site selection in particular. Because as I mentioned in some of the stakeholder meetings last week, marketing is pretty simple. You just need to know who your audience is, what they care about, and how to reach them. That's it. That's all there is. And in the world of economic development, if you can understand what a relocating or expanding business wants and how they think and how the process works, then you can start to understand how your assets fit into that whole dynamic. And so it's not just a matter of making a laundry list of what's great about a region. That's just the beginning. It's really filtering that by what's important to those audiences each step of the way so that you can give them what they want at the right time and yet still position yourself as favorably as possible. So I thought, because not everybody here was able to attend the stakeholder sessions last week, I thought I would just give a slide or two on what exactly is a brand positioning. And I think I have to start with, it's more than a logo, for sure. I mean, it usually includes a logo, but it's more than that. A brand is really everything from how you answer the phone and what's on the answering machine, to what do your people say about you, whether or not you're in a business situation, to what's the feeling that you get after a night like tonight, and what happens when you go to the PDI meetings. It's really a combination of all kinds of communications about your organization, whether they're intentional or not, whether they're spoken, whether they're written, what comes through in the ads, all of those types of things. And as I mentioned before, it's not enough to just say things that are great about where you are and all that. They have to be relevant to the audiences that you're trying to speak to. And one of the stories that I like to tell is that marketing a place is very, very different than hawking shampoo. That's my favorite example. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you're in a retail store and you're thinking about a purchase of shampoo A, B, or C, you might have a few moments to think about it. You might remember some advertising in the past. The price difference might be $5 versus $10. You make your decision and you go. But when someone's thinking of making a couple $1 million decision in terms of relocating or expanding a company, there's a couple of big differences. And one of those big differences is that it's not just one individual making that decision. There's usually several different individuals over a long period of time making that decision. And so it's not an impulse purchase by any sense to decide to relocate or expand in an area. It's a very measured, calculated decision that's based on knowing a lot of facts and understanding it, minimizing risk, and again, understanding the benefits. And so that's really the process